Hey, welcome to another slow MTG box opening. I am on a roll, still with Modern Horizons 3, the latest release from Wizards of the Coast. Today I've got something special. I went back to another LGS, my first LGS, where I picked up the previous collector booster boxes, and the bundle was only allocated one of these sets. This is the Modern Horizons 3 collector deck set. I'll get into that. He was only allocated one, and he was obviously severely under allocated, so he's gonna kind of do a raffle, not really a raffle, but he's gonna kind of randomly roll to see who gets to buy that. Now, his original price was somewhere in the range of about $450 US. Amazon was selling this for $600 US. So I found another LGS, which is a WPN Premier Store, Games Haven. Shout out, thanks guys. They had it for about 600 USD. You can see on the sticker here, it's supplied by Animart. That's the local distributor for this part of the world in Asia, Southeast Asia. And looks like they were given 1,331 of these collector decks. So I don't know, you work out the math. I don't know which regions they cover. But anyway, while there, I also picked up another collector booster box set, and I got my playset of Luster Storms completed. So really happy about that. Okay, so what I'm going to do in this, I'm going to open the collector deck, and I also picked up a set of these regular commander decks as well, when I wasn't sure whether I could get supply of the collector, it's a mouthful, isn't it? The collector commander collector decks, or whatever you call it. Yeah, I picked up a regular set. So I'm just going to do a break to compare the two. That's what you're here for. So security tape, let's see what's in there. We've got 4 decks sitting in here. All right, they're all shiny. Let me pull them out so you can see what they're like, and then I'll grab and crack and compare. Okay, so here I'll put that aside as well. So we have the regular commander deck. Let's try to compare the exact one. So we've got 4 decks here. They come like this. The collector versions are in something called a ripple foil. So let's bring my light a bit closer here just to see the shininess. They're a little bit like the textured foils that I showed you yesterday. I pulled one from my box. It's got a bit of a ripple through, not quite surge, what they're calling a textured foil. Anyway, these are called ripple foils. So you've got the Eldrazi deck. It's a 5C Eldrazi Incursion. Here you can see, I'm going to zoom in here. There we go. And then you've got Creative Energy. This is fronted by Satya, and we'll see what the differences are. This is a Jeskai deck, and then this one is something about using your graveyard. Yeah, and the last one is Tricky Terrain Simic. These are the two. Kind of the same. The art, I think, on the front, that's Peter Diamond. This one might be Peter Diamond. I can't remember. Anyway, so here we go. 2 packs are broadly similar. One has a little bit of foil accenting. The other one is really foil. On the back, make every victory shine on one side, and says, sow the seeds of devastation. Battle. Okay, so the one on the right says, I'll come closer. It's talking about pimping, basically. Elevate your commander against the ultimate tier of this 100-card deck, blah, blah, blah. Survey a vast expanse of Omo, Queen of Vesuva, blah, blah, blah. So what's in here? You get 2 borderless Planeswalker profile cards here, and a 100-card ripple foil deck. And I'm going to zoom out again because it's messing with the quality. All right, let me make some room here so I can actually crack into the decks and show you what the differences are. Nice. So far, pretty similar. On the outside, same size. At the bottom, you got the tear strips as well. So let's get straight into this. Should I tear them? Yeah, why not? Let's go. All right. As with these, they come with the decks, and I'll just do them simultaneously. So, yeah. So these collector decks are really a little bit like if you remember the Search Foil 40k decks that were released. Similar. All foils. Welcome land superfans, and on left, land a perfectly synchronized smackdown. Let's move stuff off my table. Give me a sec. Okay, so what do you get in this? Let's adjust my camera. I'm going to pull them out. I think prices, I was surprised because the fact that one store could offer it for 400 USD, and when they realized that supply and demand was greatly outstripping supply, stores I think just bumped the prices up to to 600 USD and took Amazon's cue. That's what happens when Wizards does away with MSRPs. Stores can price them however they want. Similar situations happen with the 40k decks as well. All right, let's do a side by side. Here we go. Wait, give me a sec. So packaging again, like earlier, was the same, just that this one has a foiling on the back. All right, 2 little packets here. We'll compare them, and let's take the counters are all on the foil on the right, regular on the left. Pull the deck out, insert and deck. Get rid of that. Same thing here. Is it worth, my question is, where's the insert? The insert might be in here. Is it worth paying, I don't know, 2.5 times the price for regular, over the top of a regular deck for the Commander ones? Let's find out, won't we? All right, out of the box, you've got the insert here. Let's pull out on the left. You have one of these collector booster packs, sealed product, not for resale, first hits free kind of thing. Put that there. The deck itself. And one of these deck boxes with a spin down. They put the spin down here. I'll just open and assemble the deck box so you can see it. Your typical recent Commander deck box. Nothing too fancy. Just cardboard. Right. On the other side, let's see what we got in here. Envelope's the same. Nothing foily about that. On the right, we still have the same collector Commander booster pack. You don't get anything different. 2 of those. Let's see if there are any. And the insert here looks like it's slightly different. It bears the art. So the insert for one is on in the top. The other one's with the envelope. And then the spin down. Oh boo! The spin down's the same. So you don't get a foil spin down on this one. All right, put them there. And the fancy-ass box in ripple foil. As you can see, shiny. It's got my light balanced so it's even. Okay, Simic, this is really about lands and recursion. Let's see if the same thing on the piece of paper. All right, you've got some tricky terrain, playing the deck, commander rules, and at the back you've got a little bit about Omo, Queen of Vesuva. In this one, is it the same? Probably the same, except with the box art on the front. So we've got same thing, playing the deck, commander rules, and at the back it's got the different alt art, profile art for Omo. All right, moving along. This one has the art for the card here on the back of this. Okay. Sorry guys, this is going to be a bit of a slow video because I'm working with a smaller space and I haven't done one of these comparison videos before. So I'm knocking my camera all over the place. All right, out of the box, look. Wow, the height and sizes are different. Could be the tokens. This is easily another, I don't know, half a centimeter more. Let's just compare just the deck to the deck because I'd be a little bit worried if the entire deck was slightly thicker with ripple foils. Could lead to a bit of deck mismatch, or I don't know, it could be seen as being marked decks by judges. So who knows? Let me just get them out and then I'll pull out the tokens. I'll pull out the thicker profile cards and then we'll do a proper side by side. I really should use the tab here. Okay, here's the tab. Open it the way they meant to open it. All right, lots of packaging, plastic everywhere. All right, let's go. Okay, here we go. Take away the tokens. Where are we? At the bottom. All right, it's got them. All right, this is the deck itself. It looks like it's all the cards minus the token, and they brought back one of these edge foil art cards. They did away with them in OTJ, instead giving a full art foil commander. But it looks like they've gone back to making one of these hard art cards for this set. So this is sweet. let's just compare. I've taken out all the tokens side by side. There we go. They look a bit like that. So this card is, I'll just do it, Ripley. So the foil is kind of shiny. It reminds me of the foil. Ooh, look at the ripple effect coming out. They really meant it when they said ripple foil. Ooh. This reminds me of the foiling on the serialized bobbleheads. So these cards are the same, except one's ripply, and then the tokens here. The tokens are definitely different in size. Look at that. The decks are easily in the ripple foil. If you want to match it side by side, okay, that's where the decks sit exactly the same. And you've got 3, 6, 8 cards worth of thickness on the ripple foils. That is disconcerting. Fine if you have a whole deck worth of ripple foils, but if you start to see ripple foils within your 60 card or 100 card format, you can definitely feel that the cards are potentially slightly thicker compared to non-foils. So in the case here, even the tokens are Ripley. You can make, there's dark depths in here. So the ripple foils are only on the front side. You can see the back's regular foil here. The ripple effect doesn't seem as pronounced in some of the darker cards, huh? Oh, wait, we're a little bit different. Let's see if we can find... strange. Anyway, even the tokens are a little bit different. The same here. Double-sided, one side. Anyway, I won't go through all of them. I'll just quickly just show you the differences, and you can figure out whether or not you like the ripple foil version enough to shell out for it. Hydra, this one is cool though. Where it allows the shininess to show through is where the ripple foils really shine. And I think they look nicer than the search foils. The search foils sometimes looks like, you know, the card's messed up or something. Whereas the ripple foil goes all the way through. This one's a bit hard to see, the dry. And then, of course, this is not ripple. It's the same, How to Play Magic. All right, so there you have it. The tokens, I'll set them aside. Bada bing, bada bang, bada boom. All right, and now I'll bring this forward a little bit. Now, are the decks collated the same? Not sure. So, you can see, really, guys, this is the most disconcerting thing. I'm just so shook by this. Look. Crazy, huh? Okay, that's the soul ring. They're about there. 8 cards. 8 cards worth of thickness difference for a fully ripple foil deck. Okay, so we start with the face commanders here. Have a look here. You got Omo. This is one of the profile borderless versions. You can crack these in your collector booster decks as well. So this is Omo. It's a Simic Land Matters commander. When Omo, Queen of Azuva, enters the battlefield or attacks, put an everything counter on each of up to 1 target land and up to 1 target creature. Each land with an everything counter on it is every land type in addition to its other types. This is really about lands. Each non-land creature with an everything counter on it is every creature type. It'd be really cool if you did a 5C lands deck. In this case, it's Simic. But yeah, let's see. This is, in terms of value, if you look at the breakdown of reprints and what's valuable in a deck, this one's probably worth one of the most. If not the most, even though the Eldrazi deck is more expensive due to its popularity. I guess people love Eldrazi. But if you break down the price-wise, bang for buck, breaking down singles and good, useful reprints, wow, this deck has it in spades. And you'll see why in a moment when I go through all of them. This is the secondary commander, Jyoti. I opened one of this in extended version of this in my collector opening. And here is the regular version of it. Yeah, the cutting is a little bit off. Let's see. You can't really see here. Yeah, but maybe blunt blades when they're cutting it. But let's get back to business. So they do feel a little thicker, even side by side with regular foils. Yeah, if you kind of put some pressure, you feel a little bit different. All right, let's look at the regular set foils. And initially I thought, meh, these things are going to look like regular set foils, which are dime a dozen. You get so many, I opened so many in the Modern Horizons collector booster boxes yesterday that I thought, meh, these are going to be meh. But they are really, really a new treatment. I'm really sorry about stores who are going to have to catalog a new version of this. But you can definitely feel it is much thicker when you do like a little slight bend test compared to the normal ones, it's just a lot more resistance. I don't have a micrometer or anything to measure it, but you can definitely see it adds up over a stack of 100 cards. All right, I'll stop harping on that for now and just go through the cards. They are a mix of reprints as well as new cards. So in this case, just a blocker, fork, bang, look at the difference. Regular, and yeah, you got the full set of Urza stands. These things are going to be popular though. People might want to pick up play sets. So of the ripple foils, wow, still can't get over it. This is a newer version of the art. Check this out. Look, like the ripples come in two shapes. One is this that looks more circular, whoop, whoop, whoop. And then this one looks like more like a diamond with circles. Can you check it out? Oh, it's just two circles. Yep, overlapping circles. Really cool. Nice, unique effect. Haven't really seen this. And this one is circles again, can't tell. So this is, typically these three, there is a third piece of art, but in this case they opted for a different piece of art by Brian Snoddy here for Urza's Mine. Can't remember where this came from, but it's not traditionally paired with these three, I don't think. But anyway, Urza's lands are back. We got Setter Wayfinder. Again, the ripple effect is a little bit different. I wonder if it's random. I'll speed up some of these cards. Arcane Denial, that's a nice staple in EDH. See EDH as well. Yep. Counterspell, draw cards, both of you. We've got a Gate card. I would also weigh these cards to see if they're a little bit heavier. They probably feel they will be slightly heavier since they're thicker. Treasure Cruise, first time in ripple foil. You've seen it here, buddy. What do you think of the ripple foil? Rip-off? Worth it because of how shiny they are? Like, look at that Soul Ring. And what's the next thing they could do? Maybe they could print a ripple foil deck that's all extended art foils. Talking about extended art, you'll see some in a bit. Surprise, surprise. So we got Beast Within, removal. We got Tatyova, Benthic Druid. We've got Propaganda, another cool card. We've got more Bounce Land, Simic Growth Chamber. Floriferous Vine Wall. Got walls. Good old Arcane Signet. This will look pretty when you put it together and yeah, sling it at your local table. But what would shit me is if you try to upgrade the deck and you don't have ripple foils, unless they come from one of the other three decks. Hashep Oasis. Otherwise, it feels like, yeah, it'll look out of place. Now, okay, this is where the differences are. You've seen that they've got regular, and what you do get in this decks that probably adds a little bit of value are these ones. The new cards, if you see here, these are, I think, brand new to the set, to printing. They come in extended ripple foil. So March from Velis Val. Choose a non-basic land type. Each land you control of that type becomes a copy of target creature you control on the end of turn and gains haste. Wow. It's a clone effect built as a sorcery and turns your land into stuff. So that's the first. That's one. That's two. Wonderscape Sage. Return a land you control to its owner's hand, draw a card, then discard a card unless that land had a non-basic land type. This would be kind of cool. You could bounce an Urza Saga. That would be so powerful, and then kind of trigger it all over again. Copy land. This is nice. You may have copy land enter the battlefield as a copy of any land on the battlefield except it's an enchantment. So kind of like Zuva except it's an enchantment. We got Desert Warfare, which I opened yesterday. The full art. Wow, they really reduced the size of the art. Well, it looks like it. Probably the same, but looks so much better full art. I think there are 10 of these. Trench Post, another Cloud Post, another Locust. Good for 12 post decks. I don't think you need another Locust. This one, yeah, for 3, you tap, target player mills a card for each Locust you control. I guess that in some crazy multiverse out there, you could make a Locust-based mill deck. Got Sage of the Maze. Tap at 2 mana. It's a mana dog. 3 for 2 mana. Until end of turn, target land. You could also tap to make a target land you control become XX citizen type of haste, in addition to the other types where X is twice number of gates. So there's a gate sub-theme. Activate only as a sorcery. You can tap an untapped gate you control, untap this thing. I wonder if gates spiked because of this. I think it did. Yeah, this is one of the new ones as well. I opened one in the Commander Booster decks. This one is a utility land. It's a desert. There is some desert matters things as well. You can sack a creature to add colors. You can sack a desert and exile creature card from value X from your graveyard and then make a token, and then it's a 4/4 zombie. The full art goodness continues. This is Rampant Frogantula. It gets +10/+10 for each player who has lost the game. With Trample, I've seen some people say maybe this could be a sideboard card. Look at the art there. This frog is freaking swallowing somebody. Jesus, poor guy. Horror movie right there. Anyway, sideboard card. If you lost game 1, you can bring this in. A little bit cute. It's a 10/10, 13/13 trample for 3 mana. Whenever it deals combat damage to play, you may mill that many cards. Put any number of land cards among them on the battlefield tapped. Really cool. Yep, we've got Sunken Palace. This is a land. It's a cave. So you saw caves in Ixalan. Off the back of this, you got deserts, you got caves, you got, wow, a bit of everything. It ETB's tapped, and then you can pay 1 and a blue, tap, exile 7 cards from your graveyard. Add blue when you spend a mana to cast a spell ability. You can copy that spell ability. Really powerful effect. This one, when I can get in focus. Oh, this is a piece of art by a friend I know. I think it's Julian. He's based in Singapore, Malaysian artist. Very talented, works for Ubisoft, always see him at conventions. Hey, Julian, hope you're watching this. Horizon of Progress. It's a pain land, tap, pay 1 life, add 1 mana of any type that a land you control could produce. And then you can drop lands into the battlefield tap, or you can sack it. It's like a canopy land. So really cool. Nice one. And then this one is the money card. This is worth like 40, 50 bucks. I don't know how much the Ripple foils are worth. Planar Nexus. Because it's every non-basic land type, tap to add colorless or 1 tap add filters. This is the regular, is worth 30, 40 bucks. This one would be even more in the Ripple version. Rippling away. That's nice. Okay, extended art's almost coming to an end. Aggressive Biomancy, it's an X spell. Create X tokens that are copies of target creature you control, except they have, when this ETBs, it fights up to 1 target creature you don't control. Mass Bar Brawl. Alright, another utility land. So you got 3 of them. I opened all 3 yesterday, and these things are actually pumping up the value of the decks. This one is cool. What's really cool is that when the ETBs up to 1 target creature phases out, this is a really poor man's way to give a creature a phasing out, to protect a creature, because you can pay 4 and put it from the hand onto the battlefield to make something phase out. So great. Utility lands are great. So how many of them did we get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 extended art cards, excluding your face commanders. I think there are 2, so it's 15. And we continue on. Hydroid Crisis. This is familiar. It's originally from War of the Spark. Continuing. Terrestodon. I'll spend more time on the newer cards. This is Lair of the Hydra from Commander Legends Baldur's Gate. I think we got Nisa. Nice. I think this was our Devastation or one of those sets. Nisa, I remember opening this and playing this in Two-Headed Giant. We didn't win though, but it was a pretty powerful card. Magus of the Candelabra. So a player is holding a candelabra. Taunus, Candelabra of Taunus, obviously one of the busted cards, reserve list. Lumbering Falls. Nice. Continuing on, Blast Zone. So much better in Ripple Foil. Apex Devastator. This is one of the money cards as well. Came out in, I think, the original Commander Legends. It's got Cascade, Cascade, Cascade. 4 Cascades for 9 mana. Price was shooting up on this one quite a bit because of only 1 printing. Glad they reprinted it. Dreamroot Cascade. Much needed. It's a great land. Basically, ETB's tapped unless you control 2 or more other lands. So nice. It's kind of a slow land opposite of the fast land. Summary Dismissal. Counterspell, exile stuff. This is new art, I think, by Jesper Elzing. I could be wrong, but love this art for Yami Via Coast. Really pretty. Painland. Got Flooded Grove, Filter Land. Oh, I need the blue-black one. I don't think they printed it in reprint. That needs a reprint. Oh, Promise. Ramanap Excavator. Crucible on a Stick, aka Crucible on a Stick. Hydra Broodmaster Monstrosity. Drawn in Dreams. If you want this to speed up, I would recommend you watch this in 2 speeds so you can kind of see the differences in the cards at a faster speed. I'll move this aside so I don't knock the piles over. Got Vivian Reed. We have Yavia Vahaya. This is a recent reprint. This is Modern Horizons 2. It makes everything a forest. It's like Urborg, except green, and waiting for them to complete. This is new art, and a great reprint. Dried Up Elysian Grove by Liana Crossan. They reprinted it. The other Dryad was sitting down eating grapes or something, or drinking wine. Mirage Mirror, nice reprint from Hour of Devastation. This is really apt in holofoil because you can see the guys looking in the mirror. Really cool. Overflowing Basin. It is a new one from OTJ. It's one of the, I don't know what they call them. They're not filter lands, but I wish they put in Hedge Maze instead of this Temple of Mystery, but I guess they want to retain the value from OTJ. Chromatic Lantern. Odd to put it in a 2-color deck, but whatever. O-Stone. Again, played in Urza. Used to be a staple in Tron decks. Scoot Swarm. Love Scoot Swarm. Landfall. This deck needs Crucible of Worlds. Uvenvol Hydra, so you can play more lands. Evacuation. It's a bounce. That should have been Cyclonic Rift. Ha, one can dream, right? Replication Technique. Demonstrate. Copy, copy, copy. Copy, copy, copy everything. We've got Finale of Revelation from War of the Spark. Got Mana Reflection. This is a much needed reprint as well. This one is by Chris OG by Chris Seaman. If you tap a permanent for mana, it produces twice that much mana instead for 6 mana for that enchantment. Got Uro. This is really cool reprint, much needed. One of the better titans from the original one, alongside Croxa and a few others. But I really like Uro. Regular border version, one in Ripple foil, and then you've got Curse of the Swine. That's just cute. You make every exile creature and then turn them into boars. That's why we've got boar tokens. Coming to the rounding out, oh, nice reprint. Vesuva was like a $20 card or something. Ripple foils. I think these Ripple foils will hold value well because people always want to find interesting ways to pimp their deck. For example, playing Depths in Legacy, Slow Depths, Turbo Depths. Having a Ripple foil Dark Depths is the shiz. Thespian Stage, of course, accompanying one of the combo pieces. Take your tokens off Dark Depths to make a 2020 Merit Lage token. Avenger of Zeneca. Coming around into the tail end, which is lands. Seer's Sundial. So new cards, 30 new cards. You saw that. Rampaging Balofs. The rest mostly reprints. Got Expedition Map. This is again another Tron staple. I think it's Vohwinkel, Franz Vohwinkel. He's a notable illustrator. He does a lot of art for board games. Hidden Cataract, got Hidden Nursery. One of these utility lands where you can sack for some ability, usually draw a card or something. It's a cave, Volatile Fault, destroys lands. Grove Spiral, saw that being played a lot in Standard Ramp, Cynic Ramp. We've got one of these Elvish Rejuvenators that lets you find a land. Not the best card, but yeah, alright, it's fine here in the Lands Matters deck. Urban Evolution, I think it really needs exploration as well to really shine. Harmonize, always get to draw cards. Nice art, and this one looks like a sliver though. Wow, Vivian Reed quote on that. And Thornwood Falls. A lot of upgrades in the mana base that you can make, but again, oh, you've got Cloud Post as well. It'd be expensive to put a playset of posters together. Servant's Grind. Find any land, preferably Dark Depths or Thespian State. Acidic Slime, destroy land. Great reprint here, Pongify. Staple in EDH. Lush Oasis. It's a desert. Deals damage. Skullwinder. Nice. And then we're coming into the lands. We've got Desert of the Mindful. Command Tower. This is nice. Command Tower in Ripple. You notice that there are no Poison Dart Frog. This is a cute one. This is a recent card from MKM, I think. Where are the basics? Talking about basics here, we've got Glimmer Post. It's not a basic. I thought it was a snow-covered waste of some sort, but I guessed wrong. Eureka Moment. Love playing that card in draft. You got Quandrix Campus, and then I'm glad that there aren't too many basics in here, because like the Stellar Lee deck or some of the decks have just so many basics in them, and it kind of feels bad when you're paying for a commander deck and you're getting 30 basics or something. So we got 2 islands, 3 islands, all different art. 3 islands, and how many for us? 1, 2. This is from Modern Horizons. 3, and then 4. So only 7 basics. There you have it. We've got the deck put together, back to front. I really love this. It's really nice treatment. It's something new. I'm sure Wizards are going to top that and find something else to do to take our money. But for the moment, this is the shiny new toy. Let me know which one you want me to open next. What do you think? Are you going to buy it? You're going to invest your funds? I'm grateful that I'm able to open these for you on camera. So appreciate if you could like, comment, and subscribe. That'll really help my channel and motivate me to spend my hard-earned money opening shit for you guys on camera. All right, lucky last. Thank you for staying. Okay, the left side. Let's see which one does better, the expensive version or the cheap version. Let's go. Let's start with the left side. Collector booster packs. As you have seen, there are generally 2 cards in here. One is, there might be 2 rares, but one might be an uncommon. No, this one are the ones that tears really easily. All right, I'm going to open them up like this. So, put them there. And then we'll flip them. Let us go. They're all printed in the same place, I think, the US. So the quality is the same, if I am not wrong. Okay, let's see. First card. Turn it around. The anticipation is real. We've got rare. Argent Dice, nothing really terribly good. This in extended non-foil. Let's see the expensive pack. Voted most likely to bring back banding. Ha. We've got rare. It's a Pearl Air. I don't think it's worth very much either. Imperial Advisor. And the second card. Let's do the right one first to see whether it's a foil. It's a... Oh, I thought it might have been an extended art. Retro art. Fetch land or something. But it's not. So just an uncommon. Let's see if we can do better on this side. It's a retro. Jolted Awake. Nothing special. Okay, there you have it. The comparison between the 2 decks. One regular and one Ripple Foil. Ripple Foil's beautiful. Thank you for joining me. I am going to crack this next. And I've got a whole ton of other Commander decks to crack as well. So, really love that you've joined me for this one. Stay tuned and I will be back. Bye.